Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today I am here to talk about what has quickly become one of my favorite fragrance houses, and that is Mancera. Well, we're including Montale too, but I have to say I have more Mancera, so they're my favorite out of the two. But yeah, I decided to include Montale as well because if you don't know, they are sister companies. They have the same founder, creator, and I think he's also the perfumer. So I feel like they're kind of the same. So what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be sharing with you all my fragrances from those two houses, and these will be in order of my least to my most favorite. And I have to say my little love affair with these companies started only probably less than a year ago. So I've accumulated them quite fast, and yeah. So if you're interested in hearing about the fragrances in my collection from Montale and Mancera, then just keep watching. So we're going to start with my least favorite, and this one is actually from Montale, and it's actually the newest one to my collection, believe it or not. So this one is Montale Vanilla Cake. First, before we talk about the smell, let's talk about the bottles. A lot of people don't like the Montale bottles. I actually do. I feel like it's different, stands out in my collection. They are very lightweight because they are aluminum, but that doesn't bother me. And I like the little apothecary type feel. This little thing comes off, it's like a stopper so that you can spray. So if this is in, you can't spray it. The tester bottles, I think they push through so you can still spray it with the thing in there, but for the actual bottles, this comes off if you want to spray it. So this makes it easy if you want to travel with it. I just leave mine on, but you don't have to. But yeah, so that's the bottle. Anyway, the scent inside. This one is a vanilla cake scent, but what I do not like about this is that it smells very, very synthetic when you spray it on. A lot of the Manceras and Montales get flagged for smelling synthetic, but to me synthetic is not necessarily a bad thing, but in this case I do feel like it smells just very fake and plasticky when you initially spray it. So this one I'm undecided about, honestly. When I first smelled it, I thought I was gonna immediately like sell it because I didn't like it and I couldn't return it. But I don't know now. It's kind of growing on me. I wore it last night to bed, and after the initial like 10 minutes of wearing it, I felt like it mellowed out and got a lot better. But that initial spray is still pretty bad. So I'm gonna play around some more with this one. But honestly, at this point, I wouldn't really recommend this one unless you really just have an urge to smell like vanilla cake. It smells like birthday cake that you get from like a cake mix. That's what it smells like to me. So yes, that's Montale Vanilla Cake. Next up is another one that's a bit disappointing to me, and this one is from Mancera, and this is called Indian Dream. So I love the bottle of this. I got a really good price on this, which is why I picked it up, but I probably shouldn't have, to be honest. I don't know that I want to sell it though. I'm not completely against it. It actually smells very pretty, but it doesn't project well and it doesn't last long, and I don't know, I just feel like it disappears so quickly on me. So for the smell, I feel like it smells like it has some pink pepper in it. I don't know, like there's something kind of fake smelling about this one as well. Probably more so on this paper than in person. But I also feel like there's some sort of sharp fruit in it, like grapefruit or something. So this one is like a light spring summer type scent. It's not bad, it's just not super unique in my opinion. It kind of smells perfumey to me. I don't really know how to explain that, but it has that perfume smell to it with some florals and some fruits, and I can't really pick out any of the notes. Not bad. It could definitely be somebody's everyday scent, especially if you don't like strong scents. So this one is not bad. It's just not one that I really like. I've contemplated like keeping this one in my car in case I forget to wear fragrance or something. I don't know, but it is a really pretty bottle. I'm probably not going to sell it, but it doesn't last like at all. This one on me probably lasts about 3 hours. And if you know anything about Montale and Mancera, then you will know that they are known for their longevity and for how much they project. So I was surprised when I got this one that it didn't really stand up to that reputation. But it's not bad, it's just not awesome. So those are only two that I kind of regret. The rest of these I love. So they are in order of love, but just know all of them are loves. So of the loves, the first one that I want to share is Velvet Vanilla. So really like this one. It smells like a bubblegum tuberose fragrance. So like tuberose and vanilla and just very bubblegummy and sweet. I do feel like I can wear this one year round, although I do have to be careful with it in the summer. Probably wouldn't wear it to be outside in the summer, but I've worn it to work this summer and spring, and it's beautiful. And I get a lot of compliments on this. It's just very sweet, but at the same time, it's cozy and floral and very nice. This one is definitely a crowd pleaser. It's one that a lot of people tend to like, and I love it as well. The next one is one that is probably the most unique out of all the ones I have here. And I don't know, like with the last 5, I kind of felt like any of them could switch places. So yeah, sorry, but yeah, I just love these fragrances. And this one is Mancera Oud Lemon Mint. I have mentioned this before. I've actually done a blog post on this. I absolutely love this bottle. I feel like this one is more marketed towards men, even though I think all of these fragrances are unisex. This one is the most masculine out of all of my fragrances that I own, really. And this one is definitely the most unique, I think, out of all the ones that I'm sharing today. But this one smells like lemon and mint, but it has that background of oud, which makes it very like unique to me. I could definitely see a man pulling this off. I definitely think this is year-round as well, because the oud makes it appropriate for spring and summer, but that sharp citrus in there, well, it's not super sharp. It's kind of like a more rounded citrus. The citrus in there helps keep it like fresh for spring and summer. I probably wouldn't wear this outside personally on a super hot day because it is very strong, and I would not want it to be too much, like too heavy for me. But I have worn it to work in hot weather and it works perfectly. I actually think a man could probably pull this off outside in the hot weather, just because, I don't know, I kind of feel like it would meld better with man's body chemistry. But for me, I won't be wearing this like on super hot days if I'm going to be outside for long periods of time, but you definitely could. So this one is Oud Lemon Mint by Mancera. Next up is one that is very new to my collection, but it's already made its way up there, and this is Wild Cherry from Mancera. My only regret about this is I definitely should have gotten the bigger bottle. But I had the opportunity to get the smaller bottle, so I went for that. I typically will try to go for a smaller bottle if it's available, just because I have so many fragrances, but I really wish I would have gotten a large one in this. But yeah, this is Wild Cherry. The bottle is absolutely gorgeous, has this animal type print on it. And this one smells like a fizzy cherry type soda. It does not smell like cough syrup to me. It's actually very nice. Now that I'm smelling on paper, it does smell a little bit different than on the skin. Like, I do feel like there's a bit of a medicinal note to it, like the cherry cough syrup type scent, but when I spray this on skin, I smell none of that. So just keep that in mind. This may be one that you need to try out on your skin, but this one is absolutely gorgeous. It's sweet. It smells fizzy and sparkly. It is very cherry, so if you don't like cherry, stay away. But that's basically the only note that I get from this is cherry, and it's sweet and sparkly. So good. Maybe it's slightly powdery too, but yeah, this is very nice. It lasts literally all day. The first time I got this, I wore it to bed, and my pajamas smelled like that until the next night. Like, of course, I didn't wear my pajamas all day, but like when I smelled them the next night, this was still super strong in there, and I'm sure it will last for days and days on end. But very good. The next one I have is a very tropical scent, and this one is called Holidays. And this one has the perfect name. It definitely smells like a tropical, like beach vacation. When I first got this, I thought it smelled like a pina colada. I think I heard Paulina Shar describe it as that, and that's initially what I got. But as I've worn this over time, I feel like it's changed a little bit. It smells very coconutty to me. Still very coconutty, but it also has some floral nuances to it. It's very sweet, and it's actually like a thicker, more dense perfume. So if you like those types of coconut sunscreen type scents and you want something that's not so light, this one will be perfect. It's very like dense and thick and heavy, but not like too heavy for summer, if that makes sense. Sometimes when I think about smells, I think about them being like dense or like translucent, and to me this comes off as more like dense. Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. But yeah, this one is a stunner. It lasts all day in typical Mancera fashion, and it will get you a lot of compliments because people will really be able to smell it on you. All right, so we are down to the top two, and number two is going to be one from Montale, and this was actually the one that got me started on this whole Montale Mancera kick. And this one is Sweet Oriental Dream. So I have talked about this before in various videos, and I did a whole blog post on it, so I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on it, but in short, this one smells like sexy baby powder. Literally lasts all day. It projects. It's sweet and almondy and powdery, and it's just amazingness. This is one that I just love to smell on myself. I don't know if people love it on me, honestly, because maybe I do smell like a baby. I don't know. But on me, I love it. So that's what's important. And it's one that I definitely can smell all day. So yeah, I don't know if I've ever gotten a compliment wearing this, honestly, but that's okay. I love it. I love it, y'all. It's my top two for a reason. So number two, Sweet Oriental Dream by Montale. And in the number one spot, I'm sure some of you have already guessed it because I've mentioned this particular fragrance quite a lot, but this is from Mancera and it is called Instant Crush. I love the bottle on this one too. It's like this gold gradient. It doesn't look like it is see-through, but it's more see-through at the bottom than it is at the top, but you can still like see through it to see how much liquid is in there if you hold it up to the light. So I do like that. Now, I heard about this fragrance first as being a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540, and I purchased it because of that, to be completely honest, because it's a little bit cheaper, and from the reviews I knew it would be slightly different. I just thought it would fit me better. So when I got it, I have to say I was a bit disappointed because it didn't smell exactly like Baccarat Rouge to me. But when I gave it a chance and just thought of it as its own scent, I fell in love with it. It took me probably a couple weeks or so, but I fell in love with this one, and I actually prefer this over Baccarat Rouge 540, the regular one. Now, I do have 540 X-Trait, and that one I love, but this one is its own fragrance. So I feel like if you want to buy this, don't go into it wanting Baccarat Rouge 540. It definitely has some similarities, but they are not the same. This is a whole nother fragrance, but when you spray it initially, it does have that 540 vibe. I think it's the ambergris that makes them smell similar. I'm not quite sure, but there is a certain way that BR 540 smells that to me is different than anything I ever smelled before. So this one has that certain something in it as well. So that's where the similarities come from. Maybe it's the saffron, because I think they both have saffron in it too. But let's just talk about this one. So this fragrance smells sweet and spicy, and it has that something to it that gives it that just very different smell, almost like the cotton candy type smell. So good, and it has a lot more depth to it than 540 in my opinion. But I really like it. It wouldn't be for everybody. I do feel like you kind of need to smell this one to know if you're going to like it. And you probably need to play with it for a few days. But I honestly really love it. Now that I'm sniffing on this paper, in a way, it reminds me of Oud Lemon Mint. Like, I feel like maybe there might be a bit of oud in here, but it kind of reminds me of that. So if you've ever smelled that one, this is not the same, obviously. But I feel like there's some, like, unifying note in those two fragrances that make them smell a bit similar. So yeah, really love this one. People love this one on me. I get tons of compliments when I wear it. It is beast mode. Sorry if you hear my son in the background. I can't keep him quiet, but anyway, like I said, this is definitely beast mode. Lasts all day, like 10+ hours. And I'm super happy with this, and now it's starting to go to some discounter sites, so you may be able to get this for a discounted price. But Absolutely love it, and I think it's definitely worth the full price even if you can't find it at a discount. So that's Instant Crush by Mancera. So that's it for my Mancera and Montale collection. These two companies make so many fragrances that there are definitely others that I want to try, but I'm trying to slow down on my buying, so none anytime soon. But if you guys own any of the fragrances I mentioned, then let us know down below what you think of them, or what's your favorite from either one of these houses. Please make sure that you thumbs up this video and subscribe if you are not already. I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.